It's just that I've been busy and I've not had good Wi-Fi and all that nonsense has been happening. And also, this is like a Hail Mary live, so I may not get the last time I did not get the questions. They were not uploading or whatever, and there was like interruptions in the middle and all. So I'm going to risk all that. But basically, I'm going to talk about love versus understanding. Okay, these two very important things have a massive distinction between them, and which we often confuse. So love basically is an emotion, right? And it can be an unconscious process. You could love somebody no matter what. You could love them for who they are, what they give you, how they react to you, the energies, etc. Whereas understanding has to be a conscious process. Okay, you always have to consciously try and understand others and understand what they want. Okay, especially if you're in a relationship. Most people confuse these two. Okay, they need both. They need love and understanding. But many people want understanding in the guise of love. They're like, oh, I want love in my life. No, a lot of you want to be understood. Okay, and there are people who also want love. It's both ways. But for any relationship to work, especially any intimate relationship to work, love and understanding need to coexist. Okay, so a lot of people have love. There's intense love between people, but understanding does not exist. Why? Because that love itself is unconscious. When there is one thing that is unconscious in general, okay, which is love, you cannot have conscious understanding. All right, and some people have too much understanding in the sense of they've made the relationship into a science. Okay, and they're not just letting go sometimes when it comes to love, right? So that also can be problematic. There was actually a woman who left her man because he was too understanding, because he never let her get up, he always made her food, he always, he was like that. So that is also why women do not like really good guys. Okay, why? Because there's too much understanding, right? They want a balance. Everyone actually wants a balance of love and understanding, especially men after 30 and women in general. Okay, let's take this. So love is an emotion. It can be there at any point of time. It can be there. It can be there consciously. It can be there unconsciously. Rather make it conscious. Whereas understanding has to be a conscious process. But if what happens is if you get too obsessed with understanding, that also can become an unconscious process, and that will take a toll on any kind of relationship. So be conscious of these two things and understand the proportion in which each relationship is and how it keeps changing. The problem is people are too static, okay, and therefore they destroy relationship. Therefore they are unhappy. Therefore they are seen dead in the trains and the buses going to work. Part of the reason is not just work, it is also their relationships, it's also their life. Okay, they don't have any understanding of their life. There is no sense of love, there is no sense of true love. What is unconditional love, what is conditional love? These are things that just don't exist in most people's lives, and they are taught things and they go according to the bucket list, according to the hit list, according to what the book says. Okay, and most of us copy, like, if this does this, then I will do this. No, experience it for yourself. Just understand, take the book for face value, okay, and try and understand what it's saying in that context, and then see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, do something else. Okay, so that's it for now. That's what I wanted to say basically. Someone was asking me about negative and positive energies. I've said this before. There is nothing like negative energies. There's only energies. Okay, and negative or positive, there's only energies. One negative, what we call negative, is minus, in the sense it is sucking energy from somebody. So if you are in a place where a criminal is there, okay, and you feel unsafe. Why are you feeling unsafe? There is no obvious, he's not doing anything, but you're feeling unsafe. Why is that? He's sucking energy from a criminal is sucking energy from somebody, right? He's taking a life, or he's trying to rape someone, or he's trying to hurt someone. What is he doing? He's taking energy, that's all, right? So that thing is what you call negative. Okay, so there's nothing like negative and positive energy. There is simply energy. Okay, there can be an excess of energy, there can be a too little of energy, and there can be sucking of energy, which makes things awkward, it makes things horrible. Okay, now I can answer some questions. Love is too transactional to be personalized. You are right. Love is just a bucket list now, man. Yeah, that is true. That's true. See, because most people don't understand love, so it's very difficult to actually find love. It's very difficult to find the right person to love. And you can be a loving person, but I think more than love, a relationship is a bucket list for sure. And try not to make it a bucket list. Try it's something that adds to your personality, to your concept of life, to your knowledge, to your understanding, to your awareness, more importantly. If that is what a relationship is, good. Otherwise, it's just a bucket list. It's crazy that a lot of women don't like nice guys because nice guys are very loving and understanding. Maybe most women are addicted to drama and toxicity. Yes, that is highly possible, because a lot of women have generally had a toxic childhood, or they say, daddy issues or whatever. But you must also understand that the men who are too understanding are very boring. Okay, you need some excitement in your life. You need a little chase here and a little chase there. So recently, I really liked one girl, and she also liked me back and everything. And I was chasing her too much, so I got too bored. And now I realize that maybe I was too nice a guy at that point of time. So it happens. This up and down is constantly happening. And you must understand, constantly understand, in fact, what is happening. That's why we have become so unstable as people, because we always were. All right, it's just that we hid it well before. Okay, and it came out in alcoholism, it came out in women going crazy, or what they called hysteria at that point of time, or it came out in all the cruel activities that we've done across the Middle Ages, or across those times. It came out that way. Now what is happening is, now we are realizing our instability. And what is instability? It's just constant change, and our attachment to change is what's killing us. You understand? It's this, oh, there must be no change. It must be straight, 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 straight. Okay? I must make $1 million and $2 million and $5 million. That's not how life works. Life is changing constantly. So your brain becoming unstable because of this nonsense is very sad. When love is only based for relationship, it is volatile. No, not necessarily. You can have a very loving relationship. It's volatile. Volatility comes from uh, when two unstable people, in the sense of people who don't have a grip on life, who are not okay with whatever happening in life. Okay, unstable is what? Life is unstable. But if you are attached to one idea, then you become unstable. It's like the wind is there, you're not floating with the wind. You are just holding on, and so parts of your body are breaking. That is what instability is. And in this case, in the mind. Are you on the terrace? Yes, I'm on the terrace. I love excitement and mystery, but not from my lover. I want my lover to be transparent and predictable. I agree with that. But there has to be some balance. There has to be some balance. Transparency and predictability are all good, but beyond a point, you will get bored. Okay, you are finally human. So basically, all dopamine chase. Everything is a dopamine chase. Everything is dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. That's all you are chasing. There is nothing else. Like I said, there is nothing beyond you. Okay, when they talk about joy, it is just the lack of chemicals, in the sense of when you go beyond chemicals, when you become the soul, okay, whatever the soul is, or become the observer, then you're beyond the chemicals. That is another level of joy where you are not even feeling any emotion. It all doesn't matter. That's all. You understand? Sounds like on the west side of Mumbai. Very smart. How do you know that? How to crack competitive exams. Oh God, please don't crack competitive exams. There's such nonsense. I have these roommates now. One guy is cracking a competitive exam. Such a sad scene. Yeah, I mean, like I really feel bad. Like all day he studies, no personality, nothing. First, develop your personality, please. Okay, everyone go to Black Sheep Academy now. It's free. Why do you give boredom such a negative image? I actually enjoy peace, quiet, and freedom, aka boredom. See, I'm not giving boredom a negative image. What happens is we are also animals. Okay, so you have to realize the animalism within you. Animals don't like boredom. Boredom means potential death. Okay, the calm before the storm. So at some point, the body is going to want excitement, something new. Okay, I don't think anyone can just sit all the time. There are a few people. Okay, even I can do it to a certain extent. But beyond a point, like even Buddha wanted to teach. He wanted to go out there, and he felt the compassion. He felt bad for others, so he did it. Why is that? It's a kind of boredom. It's a kind of this, that your animal finally you're still in a body, and the animalism in you is alive. Okay, we are indoctrinated subliminally to change dreams. Yes, I just made this on Black Sheep Academy. I'm going to post it tonight. We are just constantly chasing dreams are such nonsense. Okay, like for example, your grandfather wanted a house. Okay, then your father wanted something else, and then you want something else. What is this nonsense? You're just chasing some nonsense, and the dream is only related to that lifestyle. Why don't you want a spaceship? Because it's not available today. Okay, why didn't a man 100 years ago want a mansion? Because it was not available then. Do you understand? So all this dream is just nonsense, and you're indoctrinated. Most of your dreams are not even yours. They are taken from others. Okay, so first you understand yourself, and then we'll talk about others. Everyone is trying to sell us a preferred life. Of course, everyone is going to want to sell you stuff. That first they are buying for your land, then they are buying for your this, then they are buying for your attention. Every time everyone's going to sell you. They need something or the other, right? Age is just a number. Is it true? It is true. It is true. It is definitely true in the sense of, see, like there is going to be some weakening with age, there is going to be some loss of memory, etc. But overall, okay, there are so many things that compensate. Like for example, as I've become older, I've realized so many things that compensate for the lack of youth, and I'm sure as I grow older they will compensate. So life is flat basically, okay? It's just that the way you look at it. 50-year-old woman without children in South Bend Inn. Okay. 58-year-old. Yup, the biggest illusion for men is honor lineage. Absolutely, all this honor lineage nonsense. It's just an idea. It's all a part of the dream. Okay, the dream that you're made to chase so that you can forget death. Love your videos. Thank you so much. You believe both people in the relationship need to keep constantly more to themselves to keep the love flowing. Hey? Understanding is probably keeping up with each other's changes. Exactly, it is. Of course, it is. But both people need to be conscious. Okay, you need to keep updated with each other and understand what the other person is going through. All right, so this understanding has to be both ways. Even love should ideally be both ways. Okay, it is possible in some relationships that one person loves the other more and the other person is just comforted with being loved. That's okay, but even that needs to be understood. That awareness needs to be there. Okay, this is my status in the relationship, that is your status. There is always going to be a reacher, there is always going to be a settler. Okay, relationships cannot be equal. There's always going to be an up and down, there's always going to be a dynamic. Okay, you are over there by Bombay Earth restaurant. I can tell by the noise. Okay, I don't think so. Keep adding 1 second. You believe both people in the relationship need to keep adding more to themselves? No, they don't need to keep adding more to themselves. The only thing you need to keep adding is awareness. Okay, constant awareness, constant understanding. That's all. And anything else, adding in the sense what? What do you want to add? Do you want to add money? Do you want to add traits? Do you want to add? These things are not needed. See, they'll help. They'll help for sure. Okay, but they are not a prerequisite requirement. The only thing you need to have is awareness. Okay, in a relationship. Now, if the relationship is for money, that's a whole different thing. If the relationship is for a completely different objective, no. But if I'm talking about pure love and pure interest in a relationship where two people are flowering together, okay, two independent individuals are flowering together, you don't need to add anything. If you do, nothing like it. And it's good for the sex also. Why are women more adverse to adoption than men? Are they? I have no idea. It's possible because women are better brainwashed. Okay, in the sense of they are taught that your blood, your blood, your blood. Since they are two, they are told that that you have to this. I went to an IVF clinic today. I wanted to, what do you call it? I wanted to scout for areas to put stop having kids posters. Okay, and the kind of women that are going for IVF, they're like this. I've had my 7th injection. What are these? These are humans, and they are poor. They're literally poor, and they're going for 70,000 rupees, $1,000 worth of injections. Second cycle, third cycle, and they're talking about how disappointing it is. And there's a whole crowd there at the IVF clinic. I was shocked. It was like, oh. So yeah, are women more adverse to adoption? It is very, very possible. And the reason it's possible is because they are very, very well indoctrinated, and they easily can be indoctrinated. You understand? Why self-awareness is so low these days? These days, because it is the end of times, in the sense of what's happening is there are so many people, right? So there are lesser people to pay attention to. The education has become worse. The fake news has become worse. The quality of people has become worse. Everyone is having sex and having 10 people. Every beggar is having sex. So the rats have spawned. Okay, so if rats spawn and the tigers die out, then what's the point? The tiger cannot eat a rat, right? And the deer, who is the prey of the tiger, they're running out. Like, they are not having that many kids, so the tigers are having fewer kids, and then all the rats are just enjoying like deer carcasses all over the place. So it's like that basically the rats have spawned. That's why there is no self-awareness. within humans we have a hierarchy of awareness. Not only awareness, we have different species. Okay, not scientifically speaking, I'm talking about mentally speaking. Okay, so if you're born in a certain species, that species is bound to flourish in a certain way because of the education that it has, and that's education which differentiates all these species. So the worst of the species, in the sense of the least aware, has had the most number of children. That's all. Should we regret a previous bad decision or move on? How to stop regretting? You just have to stop regretting. You just have to see that it's in the past. What are you going to do regretting it? What are you going to do worrying? Okay, like there was this wonderful this, what do you call it, movie in which this guy is about to be tried for, it was a World War II trial, and he was about to be like sentenced to death, and Tom Hanks asked him, aren't you worried? And the guy looks at him and is like, would it help? What will I gain by worrying? It's going to happen. What to do? Never regret bad decisions of the past. Those bad decisions were nothing, and my learning experiences, you didn't know any better. It's okay. Exactly, they are all learning. It's all learning. You can either learn, or you say, I lost, oh my god. There's nothing to lose. You're losing all the time. Life is loss. What do you think? You're some big shot? Doesn't matter. You're nothing. I put a status recently, I'm so nothing that even Buddha would be jealous. Sometimes IVF becomes obsession. Yeah, it is a complete obsession. I saw the way these women were conversing. My God, they were conversing, and they were in line. They were in droves. Okay, 3 years ago, I had not seen this in an IVF clinic. Okay, and I used to just go and see for research, for various reasons. And I was like, why this time it was like droves, unbelievable. All right, should I close the live? I think let's close. I'm giving it another minute. If you'll have a question or two, I'll take it. Thankfully, this time I got internet. Guys, please donate, yaar. I'm broke. It's Rafael Samuel 1 at what is that thing? Okay, SBI. Okay, that's my UPI, and if you can donate on the Patreon. Why having no interest in anything is a sign of depression? Very nice. Why having no interest in anything is a sign of depression? Because it's not actually a sign of depression. It's a very wrong idea. See, what people think is that I'm so interested in life, then why isn't this guy interested in life? So probably he's depressed. Okay, but the truth is most people are depressed. Okay, because why? They're fitting into a horrible society. Look at this society. Yeah, it's so terrible. And then you're like, oh, I'm not. If I'm not interested in anything, I'm not. And you are sane actually. If you're not interested, you're sane. Okay. Do you believe? Do you believe in that we will get another life after this, as per our religious people? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so, man. I don't. It's stupid. Why would nature make you again and again? If you're such a loser, she'll try on something else. She will try someone new, na? Why would she try you again and again? If your soul is a part of nature, what up, Rafa? Where are you? I'm in Bombay. Why do breeders care that we don't want to be parents? Because they've made a blunder, so they want you to make the blunder. It's that simple. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. How many times do I have to say this damn thing? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close the thing. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, I'm happy with the turnout today. I hope you like the live. I will come. I will try and come again on Wednesday. Okay, and I'm going to start doing a few shorts and also let's see with how where that goes. Thank you. Bye. See you.